Asante sana Manzu. Nitakuwa nikielekeza maswali ambayo ataulizwa hivi sasa kwa jopo la Zubeda, kisha hapo baadaye tutaweza kuuliza maswali kwa jopo ambalo uko nalo hapo Manzu. Kwa hivyo kwa sasa nataka kumkaribisha Njoki Gachanja ambaye yuko na maswali kwa jopo ambalo liko na Zubeda pale.
Asante sana. Unajua, sometimes when we listen to our leaders speak, you'd think that this leadership thing is a family heirloom that they just went and picked from their father's cowshed, and they put it on kwa sababu ile kiburi wanaongea nayo hawajui ni sisi tuliwapatia mamlaka na tunaweza chukua anytime. So when I listen to them trying to say how they will they want to manage protests and maandamano. This is from a very political angle because there's this obsession around Raila, and they really need to, from Cheragai's, conversation, they wanted to crash and, that political conmanship. So the question is, what is this that they are so afraid of, that they feel that they need to manage, to micromanage Kenyans? Because you see, this Article 37 was not for Raila, it was not for Azimio, it was for all Kenyans. So where does that leave the civil society and all these active citizens of Kenya who have the right to demonstrate? Remember, protests are an expression of disapproval. It's not a birthday party that people go to the streets to go and celebrate. So when you take away this because you have this political agenda to silence one person, what about all these gains that we have made from the civil society and all these active Kenyans? Will you not be taking that right away from them?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Let me go to Wanja.
Asante sana. Mimi nikiangalia wakati mwingine wa viongozi wetu.
Okay.
Nikiangalia wakati mwingine viongozi wetu.
Just a minute, Wanja. We are going to cross over to Zubeda first. Let's have that question answered. Then we're going to come back to you, Wanja.
Okay.
Zubeda.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Njoki, for that question. I think it was directed to you, Senator. What is this government scared of? Why do you want to micromanage Kenyans?
No one wants to micromanage Kenyans. I'm surprised in this country that I expect the religious leaders and of course NCIC. Of course, we know how NCIC has performed dismally. It has always been used for political expedience, but I don't want to go that because for 10 years they have nothing to show. The question should be, what is the dispute does the Azimio One Kenya Alliance and Raila Odinga have against government? They have never laid on the table. We need to be honest to Kenyans that we went to elections on 9th August. Elections were done. It went to Supreme Court. The validity of the questions is not in doubt. The dispute that we are discussing about, for example, food, let me just pick issue of food. If today we do a bipartisan about the cost of food, how will it bring prices down? The solution, the president, in fact, what we should be informing the country is that under subsidized program to farmers to produce more food so that the pricing and the demand goes low and supply is enough so that we can stabilize the prices of food. That is number one. Number two, on other aspects of the economy and other factors, there are so many factors including that are outside the country. When I say we crash, I said we crash political conmanship. Because how can it be?
Is the constitution for all of us or for a few people?
How can it be? In 2007, the same person used the same route, denied the credibility of elections.
But we're not talking about 2007 right now. Please respond to the question that was directed to you by
I'm trying to build my case so that I say the reason why we need to crash political conmanship. If you look at the history, why is it that the same person has a problem with how elections are done? For example, in the last election, the entire system, the sitting president or the former president was supporting him. Yet after that, when they realized that Kenyans were comfortable and the government was settling, we are talking about Kibaki, for example, for 10 years. We are talking about the economy grew, or what have we during that period. We don't judge Kibaki on 8 months. We don't judge Kibaki on 1 year. We judge Kibaki on 10 years that he has worked to change. So what I meant is that Kenyans, the government is aware.
Excuse me, Zubeda.
Yes, Njoki.
Yeah, you know, we always want to pretend like Ruto just came from heaven, and he's been in the government for 10 years before that. This is not a new person in government. So this thing about it is very early to judge the government. We are still, we've not given them time. This person has been in the government for the last 10 years before he got in. Also, this conversation of Kenyans went out to vote. Remember, 8 million Kenyans did not vote. 8 million Kenyans voted for the opposition. So it was not a landslide for the government. Why is it that these other Kenyans, 16 million Kenyans, are being dismissed?
Did you get the question?
I just got the last part of the question, that 8 million Kenyans.
In 10 years, he was vice president.
No. You know, you are